furniture will match in additional furniture. Buy one, get two. Marlowe's winter clearance. Hot furniture. Stone cold savings. On now.
Tonight, we're live from the nation's capital. The Trump family arrives in Washington. President-elect Donald Trump and America's next First Lady. Tonight, we have the Trump family right here. And we'll take you at this hour to the ceremony underway at the Lincoln Memorial. And Mr. Trump's first stop in Washington today, his own hotel. Our team tonight with voters across this country, what they're saying. The showdown on Capitol Hill tonight, Mr. Trump's pick for Treasury Secretary on the hot seat. Grilled on the role he played in the foreclosure crisis. And Mr. Trump's pick for Energy Secretary Rick Perry, set to lead the department he once wanted to eliminate. How he explains that now. Inside the transfer of power tonight, President Obama and the president-elect will soon ride from the White House to the Capitol together. And despite the boycott by many Democrats, Hillary Clinton keeping her promise to attend the inauguration. Mr. Trump less than 24 hours from taking the oath of office.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, reporting tonight from Washington, D.C.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on this Thursday night, live from Washington on the eve of the inauguration of America's 45th president. The president-elect Donald Trump arriving at Joint Base Andrews, not on his own plane, but for the first time on a military jet, emerging with a wave to those he will soon lead as commander-in-chief. And tonight here, just moments ago, fireworks over the Lincoln Memorial, all part of a welcoming celebration in concert. President-elect Trump addressing the crowd moments ago, perhaps with a preview of the tone of his inaugural speech tomorrow. He spoke about a movement, about unity, about jobs. And here's what he said.
So this journey began 18 months ago. I had something to do with it, but you had much more to do with it than I did. I'm the messenger. I'm just the messenger. And we were tired, and I love you. Believe me, I love you. It's a movement that started, and it's a movement like we've never seen anywhere in the world, they say. There's never been a movement like this. And it's something very, very special. And we're going to unify our country. And our phrase, you all know it, half of you are wearing the hat, make America great again. But we're going to make America great for all of our people, everybody throughout our country. That includes the inner cities, that includes everybody. And I promise you that I will work so hard, we're going to get it turned around. We're going to bring our jobs back. We're not going to let other countries take our jobs any longer.
And right there for it all, ABC's Cecilia Vega, who joined us live tonight from the Lincoln Memorial. Good evening, Cecilia.
David, good evening to you. It is a preview of tomorrow's speech. It was also a look back at his campaign, a victory lap, so to speak. You heard him tell supporters you've been forgotten about. Not anymore. Donald Trump now just hours away from being sworn in. Donald Trump tonight with a salute to one of the most revered presidents in American history, and then a fist pump to the crowd. The president-elect's trip to Washington starting off with what else? A tweet. The journey begins, and I will be working and fighting very hard to make it a great journey for the American people. A motorcade through Manhattan and a flight to Washington on a military plane. This time, the United States of America emblazoned on the side. The whole Trump family on board. Ivanka with her husband Jared Kushner and their children. And finally, the soon-to-be First Lady and the president-elect himself offering a salute. Their first stop, his new hotel. Congressional Republicans gathered there to celebrate him.
What a beautiful room this is. Where is this? This is a gorgeous room. A total genius must have built this.
It's Trump's second visit to his Washington hotel in just 24 hours. He dropped by last night, greeted by cheers. That new $200 million hotel just a few blocks from the White House, already the subject of controversy, with questions swirling about Trump's deep ties to his brand and family business. So will these visits continue? Incoming White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer brushing off questions.
I think the idea that he's going to his own hotel shouldn't be a shocker. It's a beautiful place. It's somewhere that he's very proud of. I encourage you to go there if you haven't been by.
Melania Trump right there too, offering some rare remarks.
It's great to be here, and thank you all for your support. And tomorrow we're starting the work. I had a lot of responsibility, a lot to take care of, and we will make America great again.
And then it was off to the inauguration's first official order of business, a solemn wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. After that, a time for celebration. Thousands of Trump supporters gathering on the Mall for a welcome concert. On the eve of his swearing in, give me one word that describes how you're feeling right now about Donald Trump's presidency.
Excited, hopeful.
Excited and hopeful. Our team fanning out across the country, Trump voters saying, give him a chance.
I was in high school watching The Apprentice and watching them on The Apprentice too, and now taking over the country. It's going to be a unique experience.
But this country's still so divided. The number of House Democrats boycotting the inauguration now up to 64. In New York tonight, protests already underway, and thousands are traveling to Washington to protest. Emily Place and her 16-year-old daughter Ella driving there from Vermont.
I think it's really important to march and stand up for things that you believe in.
And Cecilia is back with us live tonight. And Cecilia, we're now learning one of Donald Trump's first orders of business, his first visits as president.
He will be going, David, on Saturday to visit CIA headquarters. This, of course, comes amid that very public dispute with intelligence officials. It was just a few days ago that Donald Trump had accused the director of the CIA of leaking that now infamous dossier, a Russian dossier. David, perhaps now a chance to try and mend some fences.
Visiting the CIA on Saturday. Cecilia Vega leading us off tonight. Thank you. This was a day of pageantry, but also a day of confrontation. The showdown right here behind me on Capitol Hill. New and fiery rounds of hearings for the president-elect's cabinet picks. Steve Mnuchin for Treasury asked about his role in the nation's foreclosure crisis. And Energy Secretary nominee Rick Perry, about to lead the Energy Department, he once said should be eliminated. How he explained that today. And tonight, the cabinet now coming into greater focus. Whiter, more men than recent cabinets. And for the first time since President Reagan, there is no Latino in the cabinet. ABC's Mary Bruce is on the Hill tonight.
As his cabinet nominees barrel through Capitol Hill,
We need to let them get through, guys.
Donald Trump today offering his support with this bold declaration.
We have by far the highest IQ of any cabinet ever set.
But the confirmation hearings are growing increasingly testy. Today, Treasury Secretary nominee Steve Mnuchin getting a grilling. The former hedge fund manager and Goldman Sachs executive confronting accusations he profited by foreclosing on vulnerable homeowners.
I have been maligned as taking advantage of others' hardship in order to earn a buck. Nothing could be further than the truth.
During the height of the financial crisis, Mnuchin bought and turned around a distressed bank, renaming it One West, which foreclosed on families, including military families.
Because you've been rather defensive, for probably good reason, about what happened at One West. Is it true that the California Attorney General...
I do want to just comment for the record. We unfortunately did foreclose on certain people in the military. It was quite unfortunate. It was inappropriate. We responded to those people and made them whole. As I said, every single person had the opportunity to have their mortgage reviewed, and we corrected any errors.
Well,
our errors were less than anybody else.
Okay, I'm
so
going to cut
it's
you
not
off
that
again.
I'm being defensive. I'm proud of our results.
I wouldn't be proud of all these findings, but...
Mnuchin also pressed on why he failed to disclose to the Senate committee nearly $100 million in assets.
I think, as you all can appreciate, filling out these government forms is quite complicated. So let me first say, any oversight It was unintentional.
Mnuchin is one of several mega millionaires in Trump's cabinet, which includes at least 9 millionaires and billionaires. What it does not include, a single Hispanic member, the first time that's happened since the Reagan administration. 2 floors up, a familiar face entering his confirmation hearing with a salute. Former Texas Governor Rick Perry making his case to lead the Energy Department, an agency he once wanted to eliminate and famously forgot.
Commerce, and let's see, I can't. The third one I can't, sorry. Oops.
Today, he admitted his previous position was also a big oops.
In fact, after being briefed on so many of the vital functions of the Department of Energy, I regret recommending its elimination.
Another change of heart on climate change, which Perry once called a contrived, phony mess.
I believe the climate is changing.
Do you plan to protect the science research at DOE related to climate?
I'm going to protect all of the science related to whether it's to the climate or to the other aspects of what we're going to be doing.
In the midst of the contentious questioning, this moment of levity.
Thank you so much for coming into my office. Did you enjoy meeting me?
I hope you were as much fun on that dais as you were on your couch.
Well.
May I rephrase that, sir?
Please.
But Trump's team isn't laughing about the pace of the confirmations. Tomorrow, the Senate is set to vote on just 2 nominees, General James Mattis for Defense and General John Kelly for Homeland Security. It's a far cry from the 7 cabinet appointments confirmed on President Obama's first day. Trump's press secretary accusing Democrats of stalling.
They are continuing to employ delay tactics after delay tactic, which isn't good for the government.
But Democrats are digging in.
Just this morning, though, Trump's team said that you're playing politics, that you're intentionally holding up these nominees and preventing them from having their team ready to go.
Very easy for President-elect to solve it. Tell every one of his nominees to submit their full papers and give us ample time, it's a day or two, to question them fully.
And Mary Bruce is also up here on Capitol Hill tonight. Mary, Democrats seem very ready to put up a fight here.
David, Democrats do not have the power to block Trump's nominees, but what they can do is delay. And they are going to take their time to vent their concerns about these controversial nominees. David.
Mary Bruce on Capitol Hill again tonight. Mary, thank you. This evening here, inside the transfer of power, President Obama and President-elect Trump will be in the car together tomorrow morning, riding from the White House to the Capitol right before the inauguration, after tea at the White House. Let's go to our chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl, tonight. And John, that trip together, the president and the president-elect have spoken often since the election.
They sure have. They've been speaking regularly over the phone. President Obama's been offering advice on the transition. Donald Trump's been saying good things about President Obama and those conversations. But, David, tomorrow will be something else. Tomorrow morning at the White House, they will get into that limo together. It's about a 15-minute ride, just 2 miles long, but it's about a 15-minute ride, and it is one of the great traditions of American democracies. Presidents, incoming and outgoing, have been taking that ride going back to 1837 with Martin Van Buren and Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, to be in that limo with them. In the meantime, John, amid the growing boycott here, congressional Democrats who say they won't be here at the inauguration, Hillary Clinton keeping her promise to attend the inauguration. She's kept a low profile since her stunning loss to Mr. Trump, supporters taking selfies with her. But, John, tomorrow she'll be standing right there as a former First Lady, witnessing the transfer of power.
She's only been to Washington twice, David, since the election, keeping a very low profile. But tomorrow, during the inauguration, she will be sitting, her and Bill Clinton will be sitting right behind the Trump family. And, David, get this, about 5 yards or less away from Donald Trump as he is taking the oath of office.
All right, history in Washington. Millions will be watching tomorrow. I'll be right here with you, John. Thank you. And, of course, ABC News will carry the inauguration live all day long, beginning at 7 a.m. with Good Morning America, straight through a special edition of World News Tonight, and, of course, tomorrow night's 2020. In the meantime, there is still much more ahead on this special edition of World News Tonight this Thursday. America's next first family already here in Washington. Tonight, we have the Trump family right here, his sons and his daughter Ivanka. And we ask her about those headlines. Will her role look more like the First Lady? Elizabeth Vargas is standing by. Also, the images overseas, the race against time, the Italian resort buried under an avalanche. Rescuers digging for survivors, tourists. And there is news coming in tonight about former President George H.W. Bush and his wife Barbara, both of them in the hospital. Their condition coming up. Stay tuned.
Is depression more than sadness? It's a tangle of multiple symptoms. Trintellix 40-oxidine is a prescription medicine for depression. Trintellix may start to untangle or help improve the multiple symptoms of depression.
For me, Trintellix made a difference.
Tell your healthcare professional right away if your depression worsens or you have unusual changes in mood, behavior, or thoughts of suicide. Antidepressants can increase these in children, teens, and young adults. Trintellix has not been studied in children. Do not take with MAOIs. Tell your healthcare professional about your medications, including migraine, psychiatric, and depression medications, to avoid a potentially life-threatening condition. Increased risk of bleeding or bruising may occur, especially if taken with NSAID pain relievers, aspirin, or blood thinners. Manic episodes or vision problems may occur in some people, may cause low sodium levels. The most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and vomiting. Trintellix did not have significant impact on weight. Ask your healthcare professional if Trintellix